Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. What I'm looking at this morning is this pneumatic nailer that I've had for some time, and for the last several years it has sat on a shelf, and during that time I think that what has happened is that at least one, but possibly several of the rubber seals inside that help it operate have dried out, cracked, and are leaking. So it's got at least one pretty major leak, maybe more. So that is what I'm going to be taking a look at. And if that sounds like something that you'd like to watch me work on and attempt to fix, feel free to grab yourself a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, and let's get to it. I think the best way for me to show you what I'm dealing with is to demonstrate visually by introducing some air into the pneumatic nailer here and then placing a tissue that will show you, how the air is coming out of this piece here, which is called the trigger valve assembly. And again, it has a bunch of rubber O-rings, rubber seals in there that I believe at least one, perhaps more, have failed. So let's do that. I think I'm going to tuck this underneath here, and then we'll plug this in. You can see the air coming out of this area here, and so we're going to have to pull this apart here and take a look at things and see what we can find. So I have a set of replacement seals and gaskets that I ordered online and received the other day. And along with it came a nice set of schematic instructions showing basically the layout and where the seals are that we need to replace. They've got them circled here and here and here. The ones we're concerned about are these ones right here, 109 and 110. I don't know if you can see that or not, 109 and 110. And to get those, we need to remove a couple of pins, which are 115 and 16. So that's these pins right here and here. We need to take the trigger out, and this plunger that has those seals in it, those are the ones I believe that are leaking. So let's do that. Let's take those out. So I've got a little punch here, very thin nail punch, and the first thing we're going to do is take this out so that the trigger gets out of the way. And by the way, when you're taking something apart, whether it's this or anything else, my advice is to document it. Now, I'm filming this so I can go back and take a look at this if when I'm putting it back together, I'm not exactly sure how it came apart. But if you're not, you've got a phone. Most phones have cameras in them. Take video, take pictures of how it is before you started taking it apart so that you know how to put it back together if the question ever comes up. So enough of that. Let's get going with taking this apart. We'll just knock this out. See how difficult this is to take out. Come out surprisingly easy. We'll do this one as well. Okay. Take that trigger out. We'll collect all our pieces. Set them aside so we know where they are. And then our next challenge is to get this plunger unit out of here. And that seems to be in there pretty tight. And I'm reluctant to try to pull it out or to wedge it out with some pliers or some screwdriver, stick it in there and wedge it out, because that piece of plastic has been in there for a while and it could be brittle. And I could just break it pulling it out, and then we've got a whole other set of problems. So I've got an idea. I'm going to try, and we'll give that a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a towel here, something to catch this, and then I'm going to try to force it out by putting compressed air into the nail gun, which should push that plunger down. We'll see how it goes here. Okay. Well, that sure worked. That got out there right now. And we'll take a look at this piece. And, initially I'm looking at this and it doesn't look too bad, which is a concern because I was kind of relying on this to be in bad shape, and we'd simply replace these gaskets, which I'm going to do anyhow, but I'm concerned that there might be something internal to this piece that is causing this to not seal. So inside this plunger is a series of even smaller O-ring seals, a spring of some kind, and likely some sort of push rod. So we're going to take it apart and see what kind of trouble we can get into by breaking this down even a little bit more. But to me, it doesn't look like these seals. I expected when I pulled this apart to see one of these seals missing or shredded or nicked or something that was allowing air to go by. But these ones that are visible, although I will replace them with the new ones in my kit because it's out and ready, you know, it certainly wouldn't explain the volume of air that's coming through that nail gun at this point. So it has to be leaking inside if it's leaking anywhere. So let's take a look at that. It looks like to me, to get this apart, we kind of do the same thing we did with the trigger and try to push out these pins here. See if I can't get a good grip on this. Maybe just push them out like this. It won't come out that hard. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We'll put these up here with the other pieces. And now we'll see if we can't pull this apart. Yeah, it's coming apart all right. At least it seems like it wants to. Okay, there's that spring I was expecting to see. And there we go. There's a couple of smaller O-rings there. They look fine. Huh. Yeah, there's something wrong inside there. You see all those pieces in there? See that there? That should not be like that. So what do we have here? See if we can't get this out. That is the remains of some kind of seal or gasket in there. See if we can't get this out. See if we... See if we can't just grab this with a pair of needle-nose pliers and yank it out. There we go. A couple more O-ring seals there, and it looks like there might have been something inside there, not exactly sure where, but yeah, that's a catastrophic failure there. So I think, you know, I can go up to the hardware store and see if I can find something, but I think that piece was probably pretty unique to this trigger plunger. And I'm going to go online and see if I can't find a new entire unit rather than trying to rebuild this at this point. I'm going to go take a look, order something if I can, and we'll be back to see if we can't salvage this operation. I have good news. We have successfully located a replacement piece for this, which is, I learned, called a trigger valve assembly. So the one we got is not this exact copy, but it is a replacement piece. They don't make these anymore, but again, the piece that I got is supposed to be compatible with this and work just as well. So let's take a look and see what we got. Well, we've got a set of instructions, it looks like, with pictures, which is always good. Love pictures. I can get it open here. Color pictures at that. It shows step-by-step process, and then in the back, actually instructions step-by-step. So that's good. Instructions are good. We'll just toss that aside and make it up as we go along, I guess. And inside we've got our invoice, $17.27 with shipping. I guess that's not too bad. And then pull this out. We've got the new trigger valve assembly, and it looks somewhat similar, so it looks like it's the same size and should fit just fine. We'll find out in a minute. What else do we have in here? We've got, looks like some grease. We've got an extra O-ring and one of the little pins that will go in here, at least enough to work with both of them if we need it, which I don't think we will. So let's take a look at this new trigger valve assembly. It looks like the plunger is metal versus plastic on the old one, although it doesn't have this top piece here. So we'll see how it works. First thing we're going to do is put a little bit of grease on the new O-rings so that they don't dry out. Guess we don't need a lot. And then we're going to slide this in with these slots here lined up so that one of them will fit through and we can put the pin in. It's going to fit in just like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a little persuading here. Gentle persuading. But we got her in there. It's nice and snug. And I'm not going to use the new pin. I'm going to try to reuse the old pin because I think it's sized just right. I'm going to put that in there. Got it lined up. Should go right in. Okay. And now we'll put the trigger in. Get our pieces parts. And see if I can't recall how that goes in. Something like this. Okay. All right, well, let's see how it works here. See if we got a leak. Plug that in. I don't hear any leak. That's good news. Well, let's test it out with a couple pieces of scrap wood here. I've got a couple of nails that are still in there. Give this a shot. Hey, looks like it works. Not leaking. All right. Well, we would call that a success. Although we've got more seals and gaskets to put in the rest of this nailer, I think I'm going to save that for another time and bring an end to this little episode here. So again, I want to thank you for stopping by. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you learned something. I know that I did. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.